All right, everybody, I'm up. This is going to be the 2 different bathrooms. I'm with Ed here, and Ed and I are going to be sawing pretty soon, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
I'm so excited. So Ed, what are we? We're sort of figuring out how to cut this room in half, aren't we?
Yeah.
And
yeah.
this is what are these called?
That's my laser level.
Laser level. Yeah, gone are the days with the...
Yeah, don't need a spirit level too much anymore.
Exactly. You
there,
do have one there. You do have your spirit level there.
Just so he don't feel left out, I bring him up.
So we've got the designs from Malcolm, everybody, that we know what we're following. Where I'm standing right now is the ensuite bathroom. So we will be, but we're not gonna be doing that today, are we?
No, not today.
Bashing through here to create a door, and then this is the smaller bathroom, but again, it has a shower, a basin, and a loo. Right, so you're just marking, is that what you're doing?
I'm plumbing up from the end of this wall so I can measure the timber to go on the ceiling.
Right.
And then I'll do the same on that one and across there, and we'll get some uprights in, and
okay, fantastic.
The wall will be there.
Brilliant. So we think this is going to take about a day.
Yeah, hopefully.
A day. And you get to watch all of this happen time-lapsed. Not all of it, but most of it. All right, let's get going.
Okay.
I'm not going to spend too much time here because we've seen this before, everybody, but the next big project is piping out these 2 bathrooms. And that's why I went to the bathroom store in Bridport to look at some fixtures, but, big but, so everybody knows I like a little mix of old and new. I don't want everything to be so modern, and I don't want everything to be so antique. And when I was at Marsh Farm, looking at when Claire, Ben, and I at Marsh Farm were bringing over all the furniture for the glamping for Matperton camps, we spotted a tub and a sink, because we'll need 2 sinks in here, and I want to show you that now, because that would save on obviously the budget that I'm working with.
I like saving.
Yeah, I figured, but let's go look at it and see if it's worth it.
Yeah.
All right, Ed's done the measuring. I'm rubbish at that, but I do like the sort of the laser. So you've measured everything, and we've got to create.
Yep, we've now got to cut the head plates to go on the top by the ceiling, and then we can start putting the uprights in.
The uprights,
and everything will be in place. And
great.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So. Look at how fast you are. That easy. So we've seen Ed, this is our wall separation, isn't it? Between sort of the bathrooms. It's quite a funky design, but we've got to be able to put the shower here. The shower is going to be here. The bathtub is going to be here. Let's build that wall.
Maybe just
start to slide in.
Slowly push the bottom in. Right, so we're there.
Amazing. All right, Ed has taught me how to basically create a stud wall while using the uprights and screwing them in, which is quite much more difficult than I thought, but also drilling, my favorite thing to do. Right, so we're gonna have to drill another hole there, is that right?
I need another one down here.
Right?
And then one just up there.
Okay, so where's the one down here?
Anywhere there, yeah.
Anywhere there.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, here I go. Right here, Ed, you think?
Yeah, that's fine.
Right here. Okay. I live at Matperton, a glorious Tudor manor house in the heart of West Dorset. Looking around, it's amazing to think of all the people and events that this house has witnessed over the centuries. and I just love learning more about history, which is why I subscribe to History Hit, who is sponsoring this week's episode. History Hit is an on-demand channel and podcast network which helps me in my research and tells the stories that shaped the world through their award-winning podcast and online history channel. I'm currently watching an original episode on Charles II and the Restoration, which is most interesting as my husband's ancestor, the first Earl of Sandwich, brought him back to the throne from Holland. I'm also looking forward to a series called Medieval Kings, which will help me with my royal family research. There are hundreds of programs, 1,000 plus podcast episodes, and 5,000 history-related travel articles. And every week, they launch 15 new podcast episodes and 2 new programs. I've set up a special code for you to get 50% off the first 3 months when you use the code American Viscountess. Link here and down below. History Hit is a wonderful resource for anyone like me who wants to learn more about the past. I'm sure you will enjoy the channel and podcast as much as I do. I see a bathtub. Listen, I'm in charge of the budget. I'm project manager. I went to the bathroom shop in Bridport and want to get a good English looking bathroom.
This is the bathtub.
No, it's not the bathtub. That one's broken on the side.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for
No.
upcycling, recycling.
No. It's not the one I was looking at.
Reusing.
It's not,
But
no.
I think that one is past it.
Follow me. There
I
are,
think if you got into that bath,
no.
it would leak.
But here it is. So everybody, here is, I thought, a perfectly good, I'm serious here, a perfectly good, and this sink right here, yeah, nice taps,
Let's look at
and
it.
then
Let's look at it in the
the
light over here.
pedestal's there.
Here we go. Come on, let's look at it over here. It's got original taps. It's got a wonderful overflow.
Yeah.
And I want this for our bathroom.
What?
Yeah.
What?
This is so nice.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! I did something so good. I found this. I'm so happy. What?
This is so much nicer than the sink in our bathroom.
Okay.
You know, I haven't been in this barn for a while, but it might be a rather wonderful place to convert into more accommodation for people coming to stay.
Like
but
that.
in the meantime,
Baths.
it's worth
Tubs.
noticing
Okay.
that we have some fantastic gates here. Now, do you know about these gates?
No, here he goes again.
I think people will be interested in these gates
Okay.
because not that long ago at Mapperton, we had a famous movie made here called Far From the Madding Crowd, starring Carrie Mulligan. And these gates were constructed
No.
as part of the set.
Okay, it's a good story this time.
And they're always good stories. My mother insisted that when they left us the gates. Now the problem with them is that they're not strong enough really to be used as proper gates. So they're sitting here. But maybe they could feature
Yeah.
somewhere at some
Maybe.
point. Oh God, now stuck
hand.
my hand. Yeah.
Okay, 2 baths right here. And I think,
I think the only way to really know whether these are going to work is to get in them.
okay, so my preference would be this tub. So it is a bit dirty. It's like his and her bathtubs.
Well, in order to pick one, we have to get in both of them.
Okay.
So shall I give you my impressions of this one now that I'm in it?
Yes.
If I lean back here, I would say this is a good length.
Okay.
I would say that this could pretty much cover me in the bath. I can even get my feet up. I can imagine a good book on a little shelf and a lot of comfort. But more important than that, when I got in here, I don't know if you can hear, that is the sound of some solid cast iron.
Oh.
So this is an older bath, much better made than the kind of cheaper, thinner plastic tin stuff you get today. And there's another way that we can tell, which is by looking at the taps.
Well,
Because-
I like the taps. I
Because
thought the
look
taps were
at
great.
these magnificent taps.
See?
The only thing
Yes?
letting the bath down
No.
is that it's got a modern
Okay,
plastic
fine.
plug.
I thought you were going to tell me.
But other than that, I think this could be a perfect bath. So let's
But wait,
really bend
it's
our knees, okay?
It's going to get caught on the back of that one. That's super
This one is
super
super
light
light.
one. Okay.
Okay, and bend your knees.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. I got mine up. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, I'm so glad I found a bath. Today is my restoration of this vintage cast iron amazing bathtub that we are going to be putting in this English fairy tale cottage. Now, I've got my water here. I have my gloves. Let's get those on. I've got some good scouring sponges right here. So plan is to do the bath and to then also do the sink over here. The sink, remember that Luke wanted? Luke wanted that sink. I don't think so. It's going in the cottage. So I've got that, and I'm using something called Sif. This bottle is made with recycled plastic, and it's 100% natural cleaning products. And it does say removes 100% of the toughest dirt. So I'm gonna get started with that, and hopefully I will clean it. I know I'm gonna see a big after for sure, but I'll clean it so that we don't have to re-enamel, but it will be interesting to see what I find underneath this dirt here. So off to work I go. Okay, everybody. I am super pleased, but it's clean. The issue now is that there are some stains in here. I don't know if it necessarily means that I have to re-enamel the entire bath, but I didn't want to use anything stronger yet as far as even scrubbing. I was using these soft ones here. So you'll see here, there's just some Interestingly enough, the taps have come out really quite pretty. So there's a part of me that thinks, gosh, maybe we might be able to save these. It's getting there, and I'm super excited. Now I just got to do the sink next. So I'll definitely show you an after of the sink as well. All right, everybody, so today is a big day. I think my hand might hurt afterwards, but it's worth it. Here in this box are 120 cards that I need to sign. And this is a lovely, lovely watercolor that Marianne Taylor, who I think you saw in one of the other videos, it was about Dorset Art Week. And she has done, of course, the summer house and our famous 18th century pool. And we've decided to give these to our patrons who have a yearly patronage with us, and also depending on the tier for however many long months that they've been a patron. So it's different for different tiers. But if you are a year membership for any of the tiers, you get one of these as well. So I'm doing that today. Plus, on top of that, we also send out to our patrons after they've been with us for a few months. We send them out a photo. Oh, I need to sign this one. This is to Jack. We send them out a photo of Luke and I. This is a new photo. Luke and I in front of, and I hand sign all of them in front of the house. And then I have my own American Viscountess photos that need to go out as well. Let's see where they are. They're in this one. So American Viscountess photos that I'm sending out. Those I'll be sending out. I've got a big, you can see all these envelopes in here. So there's about 30 in there that I still need to send out. And then, on top of that, I'm sending out, again, for my American Viscountess patrons, if they have a yearly membership, being part of the AV team, they get a tote bag, and then depending on what tier and for how many months, they get this as well. So all AV members who are yearly members get this, and then depending on what tier and how long you've been at that tier, you get this as well. So I am gonna be up all night doing this, which I don't mind because I love it, and our patrons are such a huge support for here at Patron, and also for American Viscountess and the productions, the high quality productions that we're able to put on, and the travel and going to visit these places and getting like the best of the best that we can out of those American Viscountess films. So I'm gonna get started. Okay, it's taken us in total, even with Nestor's help, 5 hours to do this, but it's rather exciting. So these are American Viscountess photos. So after a certain amount of months, you get an AV photo. These behind me are a mixture of the AV tote bags, and then we've got wonderful crossover between AV, American Viscountess, and Patron Live. So some people in here have the tote bag. Then they also have the Marion Taylor art of the 18th century pool, and they also have a photo of American Viscountess, me in the 1957 Corvette. And here's my cat, who clearly, Stormy always likes boxes. Oh, right, but Stormy's gone away. Anyway, huge thank you to Nestor, who really helped. He's over there. He's like, oh, I'm so tired. So a huge thank you to Nestor, and Luke, are you gonna help me take these to the post office tomorrow? I think we've got to stick these in the back.
Definitely.
Yep, so Luke and I are gonna stick these in the back and get these posted. So there you go. Anyway, thanks to all of our patrons for your support. It's crazy to think that we sort of started with like 5 patrons and now we've got several hundred.